Hi, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my next video. And today we are going to watch yet another episode of our beloved Doctor, the fourth episode of the second season. And I'm already excited like every time when I start one of those videos. And even more today because the last video was phenomenal. It was just great. So many things have happened and so much development has been made in the last episode. Not talking about the antagonist. Oh my god. If I just think about that, I'm happy again. But as you can see, out of my enthusiasm last week, I have totally forgotten to show you the IMDb rating or to look it up myself because I don't know how high it was. And this is the first thing that we're going to do before we get into anything else because I want to know. Also, today I'm a little bit sick. My nose is like running, so maybe this influences my voice a little bit. So if my voice is a little bit different than normally, just ignore it for this video. Otherwise, I feel great. It's just the nose running. Okay, so the IMDb rating, let's see. Well, my prediction for it is that it's a very, very high rating. At least 8.5. At least. If I were to rate the episode, I would rate it a 9.9 at this point. But I guess not that many people are into Anthony Stewart Head that much, so... And the episode was not only good because of him, the episode was good because it was a good episode, but he was just the cherry on top. Okay, let's see, I guess around 8.5 somewhere. School reunion. 8.3, okay, a little bit less than I expected it to be, but still a good episode. Yeah. Okay, it's not a big surprise for me. And before we get into the next episode, there is another topic that I want to talk about that I was thinking about in the last days. And that is, I recognized something that doesn't make sense to me in my head yet. And that is the Doctor. And it's about the changing process that he went through. He regenerated, and after he had generated, he said that he was still him, just another body. But in those episodes that we have watched until now, at least that's what I feel, the Doctor has changed in personality. He is different. For example, he's way more funnier. He is way less stubborn and dramatic when it comes to stressful situations. He called Mickey last time. He said that it's okay for him to get Mickey on board, which the Christopher Doctor would have... No, that's wrong. He did, but Mickey didn't want to. Okay, I take that one back. But nonetheless, there are those slight changes in his character. And I wonder why this is a thing. Because I thought they had only changed their bodies, not their behavior, their characters. Or is the regeneration just for the body and the character, and only the memories stay with the new Doctor? But then again, even if there are different character traits right now, Most of them are the same, so that can't be either. It's just something that I can't wrap my head around. It just doesn't make it doesn't make sense. I don't know if I'm supposed to know by now, or if this doesn't get explained any further in other episodes, other seasons, other series. So if I'm not supposed to know, please don't tell me. If I did miss a hint or understood something in the wrong way and I am supposed to know by now, you can tell me. But please, no foreshadowing, no hints at anything that I shouldn't know by now. And that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. I guess I don't have to say anything about the last episode because I said already so much about it. And it was just phenomenal. There's nothing more to say. So let's get into the next episode. And let me say this. The stakes for this one are very high. So, if this is an episode that is going to be a little less interesting, I really hope I can still enjoy it, because the last episode was so great. But I'm going into this with a mind totally blank, no expectations at all. That's not working. I did have high expectations for this one. But you never know, so I don't want to raise the pressure around here. And we're just gonna go into the episode. Okay, we're starting with a panic. Great.
I don't even think they're human. We can't stop them.
The clock is broken. He's coming.
Who is he?
There is a man coming to Versailles. He has watched over me my whole life, and he will not desert me tonight. The only man, save you, I have ever loved.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Why are you talking to the fireplace?
It is time! Doctor! Doctor!
Oh, she's talking to the fireplace. And she's talking to the doctor? Okay. Great. So we are back in the past and we are back with some parts of the royal family, I guess. Is it just me, or is the royal family playing a big part, or royals in general playing a big part in the show? Is it because it's a British show? I don't know. Oh, and now we're in the future, all of a sudden. Okay.
Mickey Smith, Meet the Universe. See anything you like?
You're so realistic.
Because it's real.
Where's all that power going?
Where'd all the crew go?
Good question. No life readings on board.
Well, we're in deep space. They didn't just nip out for a quick fag.
No, checked all the smoking pods.
I want to see how those two stories combine. This is the first episode that we have the past and the future in one episode.
There's something you don't see in your average spaceship. 18th century.
Huh? I'm confused.
This actually is an 18th century French fireplace. Double-sided. There's another room through there.
This is my confused face.
What's your name?
Renette.
Renette. That's a lovely name. Can you tell me where you are at the moment, Renette?
In my bedroom?
Oh, that was why she was talking to the fireplace.
Can you tell me what year it is?
Of course I can. 1727.
Right, lovely. One of my favourites. August is rubbish, though. Stay indoors.
What was back then? That's a hint for something that happened in reality, but I don't know that. I'm bad with history stuff.
Yeah, just made it up. Didn't want to say magic door.
And on the other side of the magic door is France in 1727.
Well, she was speaking French.
Is this like a wormhole? And can't she just put out the fireplace? And... Okay, never mind. You don't have to crawl through the fireplace to go to the other side then.
It's okay. Don't scream. It's me. It's a fireplace man. Look.
It's the fireplace man.
Talking just a moment ago. I was in your fireplace.
For sure. That was weeks ago. That was months.
Really?
Those are times different too.
Okay, that's scary.
You're scared of a broken clock?
Just a bit scared, yeah. Just a little tiny bit. Because you see, if this clock's broken, and it's the only clock in the room, then what's that?
What's what? Oh, the ticking.
Mama's bedroom, first thing you do, break the clock. No one notices the sound of one clock ticking, but two, you might start to wonder if you're really alone.
The poor girl waking up in the middle of the night. A man standing in her room, and now he's talking about something that's with her in the middle of the night. Maybe under her bed. I would be freaked.
Renette, don't look round. You stay exactly where you are.
That's not creepy at all.
I don't understand. It wants me. You want me.
Not yet. You are incomplete.
Incomplete? What does that mean, incomplete? You can answer her, you can answer me. What do you mean, incomplete?
And you can answer me. Because I want to know too.
Just a nightmare, Renette. Don't worry about it. Everyone has nightmares. You monsters from under the bed have nightmares, don't you, monster?
What is going on?
Have nightmares about.
Me!
He's taking him with him into the future. And what is that doing? Freezing him?
Excellent. Ice gun.
Oh,
Oh, you are beautiful.
ow. That's not a technology that should have been existing in the girl's world.
Short-range teleport, can't have got far, can still be on board.
What is it?
Don't go looking for it.
He said not to look for it.
Yeah, he did.
But they want to. I like his shirt with the Nintendo controller on it. He's such a nerd. I like it.
Just checking you're okay.
Oh, he wears the glasses.
Oh, hello.
Wow, for 2 seconds.
Isn't it? I've been away, not sure how long.
Renette, you ready to go?
Go to the carriage, Mother. I will join you there.
Oh, I guess a few years.
Good on your persistence.
Renette. Well,
She
good
grew a
how you've
little.
grown. Yes, sorry.
How could you be a stranger to me? I've known you since I was 7 years old.
Yeah, I suppose you have.
You seem to be flesh and blood at any rate, but this is absurd. Reason tells me you cannot be real.
I like how they're playing with time and how it moves differently in their separate worlds. Okay, didn't expect that.
Who won? There could be anything on this ship.
A horse? Where's the horse coming from?
Are you looking at me? That's an eye in there. That's a real eye.
A heart? This episode is just like a dream. There is so much stuff happening that doesn't make any sense. Just thrown together everything that the director had in mind.
So this is where you came from, eh, horsey?
Okay, and suddenly there's a garden.
Oh, Catherine, you are too wicked.
Okay, but it's the same time.
And I love him with all my heart. And I look forward to meeting him.
Their dresses are really cute, but they seem really hard to like wash them. I don't know if they would fit in a normal washing machine. They're so big and fluffy. But back then they didn't have washing machines, I guess. I don't know.
Her friend is Renette, one of the most accomplished women who ever lived.
So she got plans to meet the Queen then?
No, he's already got a queen. She's got plans of being his mistress.
Oh, I get it. Camilla.
I don't get those jokes. Damn it.
How long have you been standing there? Show yourself.
Oh, it's you again.
Hello, Renette, hasn't time flown?
She has a very interesting life.
And what happened to the ship then? There was a lot of damage.
We did not have the part.
Oh. You didn't have the parts, so you used the crew.
The crew?
Oh.
Repairing the ship any way it can with whatever it can find.
Oh,
No one
wow.
told it the crew weren't on the menu. What did you say the flight deck smelled of?
Someone cooking.
Flesh plus heat. Barbecue.
This episode is just, I don't know, something else.
So that's the plan then. Just keep opening up more and more time windows, scanning her brain, checking to see if she's done yet.
Why her? Got all of history to choose from. Why specifically her?
That's a very good question.
It's back on the ship. Rose, take Mickey and Arthur. Get after it. Follow it. Don't approach it. Just watch what it does.
Arthur.
Good name for a horse.
No, you're not keeping the horse.
I'll let you keep Mickey. Now go, go!
He's comparing the horse and Mickey. Great.
Fireplace man. You are inside my mind.
Oh dear, Annette. You've had some cowboys in here.
He can do that? He can touch people and get into their mind?
Go.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Oh, Doctor. So lonely, so very, very alone.
When did you start calling me doctor? How did you do that?
A door once opened, maybe step through in either direction.
You dance with the king.
Then first I shall make him jealous. Doctor Who. It's more than just a secret, isn't it? There comes a time, Time Lord, when every lonely little boy must learn how to dance.
Yeah. I thought you was going to say something that we don't know yet. Something important of his future. Well, dancing's also good.
Rose?
Oh, God.
Just like the crew, they're gonna chop us up and stick us all over their stupid spaceship. And where's the doctor? Where's the precious...
He's not very stress resistant. Well, it's his first situation. So.
It's about him and a name. They called him the... They called him the...
I beg for more. I could have spread my wings and done a
Have you met the French?
He is totally out of it.
Well, among other things, I think I just invented the banana daiquiri a couple of centuries early. Always take a banana to a party, Rose. Bananas are good.
Oh, brilliant. It's you. You're my favorite.
That is so funny, but it's not helping them at all.
When Renette is 37, when she's complete, then her brain will be compatible. Because that's what you're missing, isn't it? Command circuit, your computer. Your ship needs a brain.
So, he's not totally out of it. That's good.
The brain is compatible.
Compatible? You believe that? You probably believe this is a glass of wine.
What's in there?
Multi-grade anti-oil. If it moves, it doesn't.
Ah,
Right, you two, that's enough lying about. Time we got the rest of the ship turned up.
that was way too easy.
Right.
Oops.
Many things about this are not good.
You might be right about that, Doctor.
There is a vessel in your world where the days of my life are pressed together like the chapters of a book, so that he may step from one to the other without increase of age, while I, weary traveller, must always take the slower path.
She is so much better than Rose with explaining all of this stuff.
Those screams, is that my future?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Then I must take the slower path.
Are you there? Can you hear me? I need you now, you promised. The clock on the mantle is broken.
That's my
It is
voice.
time.
That's so sad and scary. I mean, for her.
You okay?
No. I'm very
Well,
afraid.
how would you be okay after hearing something like that? That's what they were running from.
Doctor!
We must go. No one is coming to help us.
And that's why she was talking to the fireplace. Everything makes sense now. He'll be there. What, you tell me there's such a big room in the middle of a fortress and no door? Just one? Castle, not fortress.
I don't get it. How come they got in there?
There's another door. Just use it.
I have made a decision, and my decision is no. I shall not be going with you today. I have seen your world, and I have no desire to set foot there again. The monster from under my bed. And if my nightmare can return to plague me, then rest assured, so will yours.
She's such a strong woman. Or she has so much faith in the Doctor. Okay, CGI.
This is my lover, the King of France.
Yeah? Well, I'm the Lord of Time.
He has a title too. I mean, he has a real title.
What happened? Where did the time window go?
Yeah, like the Doctor said, that it would close. That's what happened. And now Rose think of something to get him back. But can't you use a TARDIS now?
It's over. Accept that. I'm not winding you up.
And now they can take the TARDIS, fly there, and collect the Doctor, right?
We can't fly the TARDIS without him. How's he gonna get back?
I mean, why didn't he explain to Rose how the TARDIS is actually working so that she's able to use it?
In saving me, you trapped yourself. Did you know that would happen?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yet still you came. So here you are. My lonely angel. Stuck on the slow path with me.
Yeah, a slow path. Here's to the slow path.
It's a pity. I think I would have enjoyed the slow path.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, aren't you?
I guess you will. Does she know something that the Doctor doesn't?
It's not a copy, it's the original. I had it moved here and was exact in every detail.
The fireplace.
Ah.
is basically physical, and it's still physically here. Which might just mean, if I'm lucky, I'm very, 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 very lucky.
You will be lucky.
Wish me luck.
No.
Aww.
How long did you wait?
5.5 hours.
Great. Always wait 5.5 hours.
Where have you been?
Explain later. Into the TARDIS with you in a sec.
Okay.
Renette? You there, Renette?
You said to her that she should go to a window.
She spoke of you many times. Often wished you'd visit again. You know how women are.
So did she see a star or something when she went to the window? He didn't do anything.
Leaving Versailles for the last time. Only 43 when she died. Too young. Too young. Illness took her in the end.
Oh no.
What does she say?
You are not going to open it? That's yet another sad story that he has to live with, right?
You alright?
I'm always alright.
You're not. And it's showing. Just talk about it. You do have a companion to talk about stuff like that.
Hurry though, my love. My days grow shorter now, and I am so very weak. Godspeed, my lonely angel.
That's a nice picture of her. 21 to 64, that's nothing. Okay, you guys, that's it. That was the episode. The Girl in the Fireplace was the title. And this episode was really difficult to describe. As I expected, it was not such a good episode in terms of character or story development. Nothing really happened there. For me, it was a slower kind of episode that really didn't do much for me. And it felt like all over the place. It felt like they took a box and threw in every single idea that they had or everything that they were dreaming, like the directors of the show in that day or night, and have shaken the box and then made an episode out of that. It was all over the place. Those time jumps were they were okay, but it was nothing that really kept me into the episode. So for me, it was like a weaker kind of episode. But that's okay, that's totally fine. I mean, we're in the second season, and there are going to be better episodes, right? Yeah. This time was the first time that we have had if I remember correctly, 2 time spans happening at like the same time. We had the future on the spaceship, and we had the past in the castle. And we had this little girl. In the beginning, she was a little girl looking through a fireplace talking to the doctor. Then later, when she got older, he visited her in real life, and her life must have been so freaking unnormal for someone living in the royal family. I mean, that's crazy. Think about that. You just live a normal life in 1727 and you don't know anything, not even about cell phones or internet or computers or anything like that, not even cars. And then there is a man. I mean, I don't want to say that we could handle this situation better because we know all of this stuff, but I figure we might, because we kind of are used to those kind of stories in television and in movies. So I guess we might take that, if something like that would ever occur to us, we might deal with this better than a person from the 1700s, I think. But she took that very well, and she was a very, very strong character. And even when she was threatened in the end by all of those computer whatever monsters, she was still believing that the Doctor would come and save her. And he did. And he also risked his own life as a time traveler because he knew that when he was going to save her, that he wouldn't have a chance to come back. So that's really interesting, because in the beginning I was talking about that the Doctor did change his character somewhere on the way when he was regenerating. And this is another example of that, because the other Christopher Doctor, I guess he wouldn't have done this. He wouldn't, I don't want to say he wouldn't have cared. He would have cared. But he wouldn't have risked his own life to save the lady. He would have, at least this is what I think, stood in the spaceship. I can see him in my mind and saying, well, it is what it is. It's sad, but it has to be. And the David Doctor is totally different. He's sacrificing his own life for another person. So please don't tell me they're the same person. They are not. They're totally different from that perspective. But all of those time jumping stuff was interesting. It was cool to see the change in the settings. On the one side there was this castle, bright light, people in dresses, and everything looked so beautiful, the Green Garden. And on the other side there was this dark and tight spaceship with no light like at all, and creepy voices and screaming all over. Not even the time was separating those two perspectives, but also the setting itself. It was really different. And it was interesting to see how that was working, like how he could travel in time. Because we have already seen in every other episode that he was traveling through time and space. But if I remember correctly, it was one time for one episode, and this time was the first time. How many times more do I want to say the word time? I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Yeah, we have seen 2 time zones in one episode, and that was very special and cool to watch. And we have learned something new from the Doctor too. We didn't know, or at least I didn't know, that he's able to put his hands on the head of another person and read not only their thoughts that they were having in this very moment, but also their whole past and whatever they had lived through till that point. He can read that. And that's very interesting. Also, we have seen our new team for the very first time, how they are working together. And until now, Rose and Mickey are working together really good. Mickey is not very good with stressful situations like we have seen. He was panicking like really fast. I mean, it was his first situation where he was like threatened by somebody, right? Yeah, because in the other episode he did already help, but he was most of the time just sitting in front of a computer talking to the Doctor through a phone. far away from the real threat that was going on. Only this one time when there was the alien. Oh, and the other time when there was the Christmas tree. Yeah, okay. But I guess it's different if you are like chained to a chair and computer monsters are trying to kill you. And that ending was really, really sad. And I don't really get it either, because he said to her she should go to a window, look into the stars, just look what's going on out there. Then he went back to the spaceship. He talks to Rose. It's not more than 10 seconds until he goes back, not doing anything in the meantime that could do something with the stars. I mean, I don't know what he was intending to do, but he did nothing. He just went back after 10 seconds, and then she was dead already. That was very sad, and I don't know why he didn't. I mean, he should know how time works, right? And he jumped through that very same time hole before. So why didn't he know? Well, maybe he didn't know that she would be dead. I guess he knew that the time would have passed, but he didn't know that she would be dead. I mean, she died very young. And then there was the letter. And why was he not talking to Rose about what he was feeling? I can understand that he didn't want to talk about that with Mickey, but he could have taken Rose to a different place and tried to talk to her. She would have understood. I mean, he is such a lonely person, and maybe he has learned to deal with all of that sadness and all of that loneliness by himself. But if he has a companion, he should use that situation for his own benefit sometimes. That's what companions are for, right? If Rose had a problem, she would tell the doctor. At least I think so. But he doesn't talk about his feelings. He doesn't like to talk about them. He just talks about them when he's very stressed, when he's in a stressful situation and he's overwhelmed by his feelings and by his anger. When he's angry, he talks about his feelings. But when he's sad, he doesn't. And that's not good for him and for his mental health. He should learn how to do that. We have seen the very same topic in the last episode when Sarah Jane said, "Please use the words goodbye to me this time," because he wasn't even able to say those two words. So that's how hard it is for him to talk about his sad feelings. He is so used to deal with them all alone. And where was that horse coming from? I don't know. Was that? Where was that horse coming from? I don't have a clue about it. Did I miss something? And about the topic of missing some things. Please excuse me. I don't have any knowledge about royal stuff, about the royal topic in general, not for the UK, not for France, like we've seen in this episode, and I didn't get any of those hints and jokes and puns, and I didn't get any of them. It's just not something that I'm used to deal with in my life. I mean, I'm hearing little bits here and there whenever something like very important is happening in England and the Queen or anyone of the royal family is involved in it, and it's so big that it gets into international media. But that's not the case very often. So if there is some joke that I missed that was really, really good, maybe just tell me about it in the comments. And I did check on the internet after watching the episode what the doctor was mentioning in this very scene when he was saying it's 1727 and he says August is rubbish though, stay indoors. I didn't find any clue about what happens in 1727 in August. I don't know anything about it and I haven't found anything on the internet. I thought that how he was like saying that in the episode, that was a big deal in real life. But actually, I didn't find anything, so I don't know. Maybe you could tell me in the comments. I have no clue. So much for my review. Again, this episode was not a very strong episode. We didn't have much character development and the story was like kind of all over the place. It was okay. An okay episode again. But I'm already looking forward to the next one. And maybe it'll get a little bit more interesting. We're still in the beginning of the second series, so my hopes aren't that high. My expectations aren't that high. And yeah, we'll see. But first, before we go, we're going to look into the IMDb rating of the episode. Okay, here we are. My prediction, well, I guess we are surely somewhere around 7 point something for sure, but I don't know, 7 point. It's not as bad as the Alien episode, which was 7.4. I remember, if I remember right. 7.8, 7.9 maybe, I don't know, somewhere around that. Okay, let's see. Girl in the Fireplace. What? What? I'm dreaming, am I? You see me lost for words right now. In that very moment. 9.3. Where is this coming from? The last episode was such a great episode. We had so much character development and everything was happening, and we had an 8.3, and this is, I don't get that rating anymore, guys. Am I so wrong? Am I so wrong here? Am I missing something? I mean, are they talking about the very same episode that I have seen right now? I don't know. I don't know, you guys. And if all of you loved this story, I'm so very sorry for my bad rating. But it's just, this is so strange. I'm lost for words here. I'm 9.3. Is this the highest rating that we ever had? Look at this. The Empty Child had 9.1. This is the highest rating that we ever had. Okay, this is it. I'm quitting. I'm not very good at making this review. So what's going on here? The feeling that I'm having right now is the same feeling that I had while watching the episode. I'm totally confused. Totally. So, I don't know what else to say, and I'm so sorry if all of you just love this episode and I just don't. I'm so sorry. I mean, the time jumps were cool and all, but it was not, there was not much substance in the episode. There has to be something that I don't get. Please tell me in the comments, and tell me whether you love this episode like IMDb does, or if you think like me and you don't like the episode. I am so confused. Okay, but we can't change it. It's how it is, right? So, that said, I hope you had fun with this episode. More fun than I did, obviously. And we'll see us next week. Until then, bye.